Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Kai's General Hospital journey began with such promise. He was a star football player and Trina's new love interest. What could go wrong? It turned out a lot. It looked like Trina was finally moving on from Spencer, ex-Nicolas Chavez. She met PCU football star Kai. Jens Austin Astrup hated him at first, but then they fell for each other. He taught her football, and she taught him about art. It was a classic love story. Things took a turn when Kai was injured and was told he would never play his beloved sport again. His girlfriend helped him to come to terms with it, and he was moving forward. Enter dastardly Drew, Cameron Matheson, who, for some unknown reason, paid for him to have cutting-edge surgery. Against Trina and her family's advice, where is his own family? He underwent the procedure, which ultimately did not fix the problem. Everything went sour when he continued to support Drew, even going behind Trina's back to tell his new friend what Curtis, Donald Turner, and Portia, Brooke Kerr were up to. That was the last straw for Trina, and she ended the relationship. Kai sat through the non-wedding and seemed to be the only guest who was not disgusted with Drew. He even offered the guy a ride home. This, along with the fact that he is working for the congressman, will be the final straw for Trina. They are never, ever getting back together. So what is left for the former football star? He has no connections in Port Charles, and he aligned himself with the most hated man in town. Most residents would be more than happy for both of them to ride off into the sunset together and relocate to Washington, D.C. This may be the end of Kai. They can always find another route for his character, but it doesn't look promising. It may be time to say bye-bye to Kai and hope for a Spencer return. Do you think it is time to let Kai go? Let us know in the comments section. Kai's journey on General Hospital has been nothing short of riveting ever since he first appeared in Port Charles. Fans have been captivated by his mysterious backstory, quiet strength, and complicated relationships. But as his storyline takes a darker turn, the question on everyone's mind is whether his recent choices will ultimately push him to leave town for good. Kai arrived in Port Charles, carrying the weight of secrets that seemed to haunt him from the very start. Though he has worked to carve out a place for himself and earn the trust of those around him, the walls he has built have slowly started to crack now. As his decisions catch up with him, he finds himself standing at a dangerous crossroads, one that could change his future forever. His connection to the WSB has been one of the biggest points of intrigue. From the moment his past ties to the organization were hinted at, it became clear that Kai was not just another newcomer in town. His skills, his instincts, and his habit of being in the right place at the right time all painted a picture of a man who had lived through far more than he was willing to admit. Recent episodes have only deepened that mystery, suggesting that Kai may have been involved in missions and alliances that could still come back to haunt him, and that very shadow is now looming larger than ever. Friday's spoilers tease that Kai will be forced to make a choice, one that may pit his loyalty to the people he has grown to care for in Port Charles against the part of himself that has spent years living in secrecy. While Kai has kept his distance emotionally, there are a few connections in town that have started to ground him. One of the most unexpected has been his growing bond with Jocelyn Jacks, who has seen through his guarded exterior and recognized the pain behind his stoic facade. Their conversations, though often brief, have given viewers a glimpse into a softer, more vulnerable side of Kai, one that is torn between walking away from danger and staying in Port Charles long enough to fight for something real. Vaughn has also become a key figure in Kai's world, with their history at the WSB adding an extra layer of tension. Vaughn knows parts of Kai's past that no one else in Port Charles does, and that shared history has led to a complicated mix of trust, rivalry, and unspoken loyalty. Now that a new threat has emerged in town, one that could be linked to both of their pasts, Kai may have no choice but to confront the very demons he has been running from, but doing so may come at a cost. If Kai goes down this path, he risks exposing himself and everyone he cares about to danger. Anna Devane has also been keeping a close eye on Kai. Ever since his name first crossed her desk, she has sensed that he is not just an ordinary citizen, and her instincts are rarely wrong. Anna is likely to be one of the first to push him toward a decision, as the WSB grows increasingly interested in his potential involvement in their newest case. This could force Kai to step back into the world he left behind, a world that demands absolute loyalty and offers no room for the personal ties he has formed in Port Charles. But leaving that life behind may no longer be an option. There's also the matter of Sonny Corinthos, who may not fully understand Kai's background, but knows enough to be wary of him. Sonny has always been a man who trusts his gut, and if he senses that Kai's presence could put Joss or Vaughn in danger, he won't hesitate to intervene. This could set up an intense confrontation between Sonny and Kai, one that could push Kai even closer to the edge. The emotional heart of Kai's story, though, lies in his struggle to decide who he really wants to be. He came to Port Charles looking like a man content to live in the shadows, but the bonds he's formed are slowly pulling him toward the light, and that is precisely why his next move is so critical. If he walks away now, he may lose any chance at the life he never thought he could have yet. If he stays, he risks dragging everyone around him into a world of danger and betrayal that they may not be able to escape. The upcoming episodes are expected to explore this inner conflict in a powerful way, as Kai is presented with an offer that could change everything. This offer, whether it comes from Anna, the WSB, or a figure from his past, may force him to decide once and for all whether he is a man who can put down roots in Port Charles, or if he will always be destined to run. This is not just about Kai's future, but also about what his presence means for other major players in town. Joss, who has been quietly drawn to him despite her better judgment, may find herself torn if Kai chooses to leave. Vaughn, whose loyalty to his old comrade has been tested repeatedly, may be forced to either stand by Kai or cut ties if it means keeping his own new life intact. Even Jason Morgan could find himself drawn into Kai's orbit if this looming threat escalates enough to require his unique brand of intervention. The drama surrounding Kai is reaching a boiling point, and it has all the makings of a story that will leave fans talking for months. Will he stay in Port Charles and finally face his past, or will his choices force him to leave everything behind for good? The answers may depend on the alliances he forms, the enemies that rise against him, and the strength of the few connections he has fought to make in a town where trust is often a luxury and survival is never guaranteed. One thing is certain: Kai's story is far from over, but the next chapter could be the one that defines his place in Port Charles forever. And no matter what he decides, it is clear that his choices will not only shape his own future, but may also pull Joss, Vaughn, and even Anna into a web of danger and intrigue that none of them will see coming. In the world of General Hospital, where past sins have long shadows, and every decision has consequences, Kai's path is about to take a turn that will change everything, and whether he stays or goes, nothing in Port Charles will ever be the same. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.